Welcome, thanks for joining me. It's Divya Darling here from the Intrinsic Brilliance Institute, and today I want to share with you some priceless information about your emotions. Now, a lot of people don't know why we have emotions, what they mean, and how we can use them to lead a super fulfilling life. So I want to start by sharing a story with you. Some time ago, I was in an elevator with a friend and we got in on the 12th floor and it mysteriously stopped somewhere around the 8th floor. And my friend, she started hyperventilating and got really anxious, and she took out her phone, called her husband and said, "Honey, I'm really scared." And then there's me, and I'm like, "Oh, this is interesting." I'm looking at the wall, looking for the button board, saying, "Oh, there's got to be a way that we can call someone for help and figure this out." And when we did eventually get down to the ground floor and the elevator opened, she gasped with relief, and just the color kind of came back into her face, and I was like, "Oh, that was a bit of an adventure." Fascinating. Neither of us had ever been stuck in an elevator before. First time experience for both of us. And the thing that I find most interesting about this is it really clearly shows how one situation can be experienced so differently by different people. And what accounts for that difference? So in this case, in every case really, it's the story that we tell ourselves. The story that's behind the emotional output. So the emotions for her were anxiousness and panic, and her story was, "I'm claustrophobic." I didn't have that story, so I had a very different emotional experience. So I want to share with you an equation that will simplify the way that we understand emotions, and it's very, very basic, one that you can use every day for the rest of your life. And it's simply data plus meaning creates feeling. Data plus meaning equals feeling. Essentially, the situation is a situation, whatever it might be. Whatever experience that we're having of the situation, be it joy, be it frustration, be it anything in between, there is some story that's happening. And most people think emotions are nothing that we can control. Well, that's not quite true. We can absolutely control the meaning that we make. The reality is, most of this meaning making is beneath the level of our consciousness. So we don't even know that we're doing it. That's why it feels like we're at the mercy or at the whim of our emotions, and we just have them and can't influence them at all. So some of the strategies I share with you today will help you bring your emotions to consciousness, bring it to awareness. Because when we understand that our emotions are messengers, they are valuable messengers there to communicate something essential to us, then we can take that information in stride and adjust and be aware of them. So why we have emotions. 3 core reasons we have emotions. First reason is that it helps us understand ourselves so that we can see ourselves in the world, we can know what are the stories that we're telling. The emotions are the output that show what's happening inside in the system. So when we're attracted to something or we're repelled by something, all of these things show us ourselves. Second aspect of emotions is that they catalyze action. And this is why I will never refer to emotions as positive or negative, because all emotions are valuable in their own way. Every single emotion has value. Pain is a phenomenal catalyst. When we're in pain, we take action away. If you put your hand on a hot stove, what do? Pull it away. That's the response. Move away from pain, move towards pleasure. It's what we humans naturally do. And so our emotions, positive and negative, catalyze action. Super valuable for us. Third thing is our emotions help us connect with other beings. They are the universal language. Tribes all over the world experience the same core emotions. And it makes no difference where we're from, what language we speak, when we recognize the universal language of emotions. So here's a metaphor that can support you in better understanding how to be with your emotions. I invite you to think of a small child, your emotions as a small child that's trying to get your attention. Might be saying, "Mummy, Mummy, Mummy, Mummy." And like any child, they are persistent and relentless in seeking to grab our attention when something's really important. The thing about emotions is they're so misunderstood. They are our faithful servants. They are there to serve us, to call our awareness, direct our awareness so that we can check, oh, is there danger here? Is there something I need to adjust? Something I might have missed? Emotions are what signal us to check what's really going on underneath here. I invite you to tune in for the next part of this series so that you can deconstruct anger. Thanks for joining me.